All right, traders, I am back again with another video, and in this video I want to take a look at GE. I think I had done a video about GE a while back and posted it on YouTube, but I had been talking to my members in our chat room for quite a while about GE. Basically, I think I started talking to them about April 12th. April 12th, I started talking about GE, and I told them basically GE was a stock that we wanted to watch because there was a good possibility that GE could move higher from this point. Now, when I did the video on YouTube, I believe that GE, as far as fundamentally, ratio-wise, GE looked like a weak stock. Now, the potential growth did look a little bit good because I think it was estimated to grow, if I recall, higher than 90% or something. I can't remember, but I know it was pretty high. And then I just really loved the way GE was at the point. You know, everyone was thinking that GE was going to go down to about $11, but there was this 52-week low here that you see, and there was so much divergence, bullish divergence, that I was looking at a possible bounce at this level. I mean, with just all this divergence and the support at the 52-week low, even knowing the fundamentals of GE, I still was liking a possible bounce. Now, GE has a new CEO, so his ideas are a lot more. He's looking to change some things, so I really like the things that he was talking about, some of the things that he's been talking about doing. But and also GE has dropped out of some of the healthcare things that they were in, I believe. So GE does look pretty strong for a bounce at this level, and it did bounce at this level, so I want to take you there. But let's first go back and look at a couple other things that we were talking about in our chat room. So here's our chat room where I posted this video that I was talking about and liking GE for a possible bounce at this level. All right, so when you're looking at that, we're going to look at a couple other things. Basically, I was been telling members to watch out for GE for quite a while. And then I believe I posted a video. Well, this is where GE bounced. You could see where it bounced a little bit higher. Now, I got into GE, I believe, at this point. I had gotten in at this point here. And now I want to take you to where GE is now and what's happening, because GE now is showing a daily Kumo breakout at the close of trading today. So it's an opportunity still to get into the market, even though GE has moved off of this low, 52-week low here. We're now up to this point, breaking out of that cloud. So we had moved from this bottom here where I thought we might see the bounce and moving through that cloud. Now, a lot of times the stock likes to come back and test this level. So let's go look at this on a regular chart so we can really get the feel for this thing. Okay, so here we go. You could see where we were talking about this bounce down here. And now you can see where GE is. Basically, we weren't even using Ichimoku at that point. We just basically were using support and resistance and price action to get into the market and looking at divergence at support and resistance levels. Pretty strong signals there. But now we're looking at, pretty much looking at Ichimoku. Now there's some things I don't like that may possibly see a little move to the downside a little bit before it takes off again. But still could be some strength to the upside. Now, first of all, you do have a level here that you're going to have to be aware of. So let's just see what we got there. Let's hold on for 1 second. Need to get my tools up. Can't get to them. All right, so here we go. So now when I'm looking at this, there's a couple things that concern me, but not concerned for the long run. For the long run, I think you're going to see GE make some good move here. But like I said, currently got a Kumo breakout here, daily time frame. All signals are bullish. So this is a good sign. Good entry point is at this point here for a move to the upside. And this is for growth trading, for investing, basically, to keep this and hold it for a while. Holding down here, you're getting in at about 1503 and holding this thing to see if you can possibly get up to at least, 19.4. And eventually maybe all the way back up to this level. You never know how far this is going to go, but this is a long-term investing, not really just hitting it for the quick run here, because I think you have that potential with this stock. But basically, I see some issues here. You're going to have a little bit of issues getting through this point. You got a flat cloud up here, so you're going to have a little bit of trouble at about 16.7. All right, because that's going to be a resistance point for you. And currently you do have to get past this level, which we probably won't close out the day. We won't close with getting through this level right here. Need to get through that point, so that's going to hold us up a little bit. And when you look back, Chiku span right here is banging into this cloud, so this is going to represent some resistance for us. You may see this thing drop to the downside a little bit. I believe we're going to hold support here. I mean, we may not even drop down below Tinkinson, but even if we fall to Kijinsen, I believe we'll hold support there, because you're going to get a bounce, because it's going to be hard for Chiku span to get through this cloud here. And then once again, when it gets to this level, you'll see probably another bounce. So you may see a little bounce here, but I believe this is a very good level to get into this market. All right. And then what you want to do basically is, you know, do some DCA, like dollar cost averaging, where you invest. Okay, so you say you invest a certain amount into GE this month, and then you do it again later. This is what I really wanted traders to do down at this point, because now the next month we would have been here and we could invest more. So you could have invested here and then invest more, and then as the next move higher we invest more. So that's just basically called dollar cost averaging. And we could have done, you could do that, you could have done that, and that's how you could invest your money in something like GE, which I feel has a lot of potential for growth here. DC, I mean, just let's go back to look at a couple things real quick. All right, so like I said, problems here. So we may have a little problem here, it may range here a little bit, but if we can get through there on the next tomorrow, we may break this level. Then you may see it come back and test that after it bounces up here at about 16.7. All right. So I'm liking GE. I'm liking everything you see here. You got a crossover that's bullish. So you got a golden cross that's bullish. Your cloud future is bullish. Chiku span is bullish. Price is bullish with a Kumo breakout. The fundamentals are starting to change a little bit, some of them. And now analysts are probably bullish on GE. At this point, they were still bearish on GE. I didn't feel bearish on GE just based off the technicals, but now analysts do a little bit more with the ratios and everything else. The ratios would have led you to believe that yes, this is going to remain bearish at that point. But looking at the ratios and the technicals, you put them together and then you decide what do you believe the market may do based off of those two things. And just based off of the technicals, it looked very strong here. And you can see that it is. So basically, guys, what we do basically get into our chat room, talk about opportunities. I post opportunities of stocks, cryptocurrencies, forex, and you know, we have sessions, weekly sessions, where we'll look over these assets. We'll look over cryptocurrencies, we'll look over stocks, we'll look over forex, and then we have courses basically, so that'll help you out to understand how to trade the way that we're trading. The courses teach you how to trade that way. You can trade the way that I'm teaching you to trade. You do that for all assets. Now, trading stocks, I do trade a little bit different. You know, even though sometimes I will use Ichimoku and sometimes I don't, but I also include fundamentals in Ichimoku, and I also have some other techniques that I like to imply. So basically, guys, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you feel like you want to become a member, come over to my site right up there, www.fxatOneGlance, and come join us. All right, so that's what I'm saying with GE. You got opportunity still open for a Kumo breakout, still open to get into that trade today, or when the market opens back up on tomorrow, if it doesn't gap up. If it gaps down, that would be a little bit of a thing. Not really gaps down, but if it's a little bit lower, that would be a nice entry for you at that point. You could even set an entry at this level if it drops down a little bit. Then based on what it does, if it ranges, if it drops down a little bit farther, then we're going to see if we could get a better entry than 1505. We may be able to get it a little bit better than 1505, because if it pulls back at this point, we may be able to get a bounce off of the Tinkinson and then get it a little bit lower and then watch price move higher. But that's what I'm looking at right now. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully that helps you. And until next time, have a great one. God bless. So long.